Hello everyone, and welcome to our first video of our new channel, the Magic Men 22. Today we'll be reviewing a game we played versus each other, me and my colleague Brandon. We are playing Magic the Gathering, which is what this channel will be based around. So right now we're just shuffling the cards, and Brandon will come in a little later in the commentary to tell you guys what he's playing and how he plays the game. So right now we're just shuffling up the cards here. He does 6 piles, I do 5. He'll tell you about his unique shuffling patterns later in the video. So we get shuffling on the way. As you see on the right of the screen, it says 2020, which is our life totals. And yeah, so that's about it for right now. We'll take you through how we play this game and what exactly Magic the Gathering is. So to start off the game, Magic Gathering is a fantasy game with creatures, spells, and instants, and you're just trying to reduce your life total of your opponent from 20 to 0. And there's different cards that help you do that, as you can see throughout these games. Magic the Gathering consists of 3 games. One game which consists of 3 rounds, really, where each round player wins and they move on to the next round, so it's a best 2 of 3. Yeah, so we cut our decks here a little, shuffle them up, and then you have your opponent cut your cards. Brandon is using the blue playmat, and I'm using the red one as we cut our cards here. And now Brandon will tell you a little bit about himself.
Hi guys, my name is Brandon. Welcome to our new channel. We hope to bring you the best Magic games here. We'll also tell you a little bit about what we're going to do and how we play the game. So as you see right now, we're going to do a high roll, and highest roll gets to decide whether they want to draw or pass. So as we pick 7 cards, you always want to start off with 7 cards, and then if you don't like those cards, you're going to mulligan, and then you'd have to pick 6. I think we both keep this game, right?
Yes. Brandon won the high roll too, if you were wondering. We try and show you our hands here, which is a little hard to do with our camera angle, but yeah, that's somewhat of our hands. Brandon's going to be starting here, and I'm going to be drawing the first card. So there's his hand, and then I showed you mine here. I believe he placed down a couple lands, and this game takes a little bit to start, but then it starts getting good as he plays down a plains the first turn, and then I draw my card for the turn, and then I think I play a land as well. Those decks of cards that you see are called the library, and then below those decks of cards, there's a space, and that's called your graveyard, where you'll put your dead cards that aren't used anymore. And he just played down an Angelic Wall, which is a 0/4 defender with flying, so that means it can't attack, but it can block creatures with flying. A fun fact with creatures with flying, they can't be blocked except with other creatures of flying. So he'll tell you about what he has in his hand.
Sometimes I really get stuck on land, and sometimes it's really hard to put land down. Sometimes if you get a card that costs a lot of mana, you can't really pay for it. So some of the cards, in my deck, I usually like to have the low-cost mana, the 1-drops. Those are usually really good to start off with. Should have plenty of land to, if you're going to have, like, Stay Colossus or Arcos.
Which is a 8-drop Colossus. So
yes, exactly. So, if you're planning on having those cards in your deck, like Colossus, you want to have a little bit more land than you usually do in a regular standard game.
Throughout this game, you'll see a different couple creature setup. I played a Herald of Torment the first turn, which is a 3/3 flyer, which right now I don't really want to attack, because he'll just basically block it, as he uses his Chain to the Rocks to exile my Herald of Torment, which means it's basically off the field unless I have a card saying play an exile creature instant. Right now I have 2 swamps and 1 forest, and he has 1 red mana, which is 1 mountain, 2 plains, which is the white, and a Boros Guildgate, which we'll get into in a later episode. He's playing a red-white deck, which is a very good deck to play, and I'm playing a red-black deck. And sorry if the audio's a little off or behind or trailing on the video. That's just something we have to work on. So it is still 2020. I can't attack this turn because I just played down that creature, and you can't really play it because it has something called Summoning Sickness, which means once you first call it into the battle, it cannot attack unless it has haste. And we'll have another series on, like, keywords and abilities in Magic, besides that.
My hand, it wasn't a very good hand. I had a couple instants that allowed me to put a 1/1 token on a creature out there, but I didn't have a creature out there. All I had was my 0/4 defender. So as I stress, when I started learning this game, I wasn't really getting good hands. But when I found out I wasn't shuffling correctly, that really helped me out when I got shuffling, because I got a good amount of mixture of lands and creatures.
Yeah, and right there I attacked with the Herald of Torment, I think it is, or something. And that has Death Touch, which means whatever it attacks or whatever blocks dies. So his wall died, which was a win for me, so I was able to take hold of the game here, because he had nothing in his hand able to play except a bunch of enchantments, I believe. So I draw my card for the turn. I think it is it's a mountain, so it's not too fun to have, so I play down the mountain. And then I'm pretty sure I swing for a high number of cost here.
And this is pretty rare. 5 minutes almost 6 minutes into the game, still 2020. That's a pretty rare occasion.
Yeah, that defender really held me off for a while, so I wasn't able to attack too well.
Defender card's really good to have. You know, if you can't swing for it, you can't attack with it. But say somebody blocks you or takes 3 off, as you see, I just get taken out there. But as I was saying, a defender card, you know, one quick, you can block with it and saves life.
Yeah, see, Pacifism's my card, which I just decide to sacrifice it, because that just makes it, Pacifism is not allowing it to attack or block, and that has no abilities on it, like my other card, Deathrite Shaman, which is the black-green card you see to the right of the screen. That card has key abilities on it that I later trigger in the game, I think. But, yeah, I got Pacifism there, no need to have that card out there.
Take a look at my side of the mat, the blue mat. I have nothing on the board so far, and that shows you how good you do need the actual shuffle. And it can be luck, it can be. Now look at that! I just get attacked for 7.
And that's from something called a Havoc Festival, which takes your opponent's life total, half of it, and
I also lose for using it.
Yeah, so he just loses life, and he can't gain life either.
Lay down a creature there.
And I think I just shock it here, or Searing Blood it, which 2 damage to the creature and then 3 to the controller. So basically that'll just put him down to 1, and then I'll swing with the Deathrite Shaman, and that'll end the game. Yeah, so there's the Searing Blood, and so he will die.
Kind of like a Death Touch.
Yeah, and then basically he's down to 1 life, and then I just swing with both of those, and that pretty much ends the game. As I'm thinking if I want to play another Searing Blood, but I'm like, no, I'll just swing. And that'll end the game, as there's the handshake. As you always want to extend the handshake at the end of the game. It's just a loyalty thing to your opponent. Even if you lost, you always want to be the nicer guy to place. Even if you're really mad, just always extend handshake. It's a nice thing to do. As I turn the page, and our next game will begin. This is game 2, round 2 of game 1.
And that's what I had in my hand. Nothing special. I had an artifact. I think I had an instant. Yeah. I didn't have any creatures.
Yeah, really nothing in his hand that could really help him that much. Besides just a ton of enchantments. He had no creatures, so a rough hand there, but nothing that could help in his hand.
And you'll see how I shuffle. I shuffle it a different way, and that's basically what I wanted to do, since I didn't have a really good hand. As you see Hayden going back to the 5 deck shuffle.
Yeah, it's a weird shuffle he does. It works most of the time, but I've never seen him flaw with that shuffle yet. It works good, as you see in this game. This is a long game, I think. This game takes a while to play out, but it's very interesting. You'll see a ton of cool creatures in this game.
As you'll see my shuffle here, it's a pretty unique shuffle. I only do it sometimes. I do it when I really want a good shuffle, and I really feel loyal to that shuffle.
Yes. Okay, so with our channel, you'll be seeing a ton of videos coming out in the next 24 hours. We'll have a million, probably a couple of deck techs, ton more standard gameplay, maybe some
deck reviews, definitely.
Yeah, some different types of decks we use. Yeah, so
well, this will all be leading up to our summer trip. We're going to Indianapolis to play at Satire Gaming's down in Indianapolis. So
hopefully a ton of videos from that. Yeah,
exactly.
Totally.
So we'll get ready for that.
That's going to be a great deal, guys. We'll enjoy that. And throughout our channel, we'll just have a ton of good gameplays to bring you. We'll consistently bring you gameplays, consistently bring you videos and stuff. So, as there's our hands for this turn. We'll rack those skill gates and place down his mountain.
I really like my hand this game. I get a good hand. I really feel it can do some damage.
As you see, I just played a Rakdos Guild Gate, and he played a Boros Guild Gate. which guild gates are, they come and tap to the battlefield, and they equal 2 colors. So I could either play that as a red or black, and he could play his as a red or white, which is a very good card to have. As I played on a Young Pyromancer, which is a amazing card, but I wasn't able to trigger on its abilities, so that kind of stunk.
And our later videos tonight will be, today it is around 2:40 here down in Lancaster, New York. We'll probably be around uploading some more videos around 8, 9 o'clock. We'll do some vocab to get you used to, if you're new to the game, get you used to some of the vocab we're using, because I know we're throwing big words out here. And just so you can get a little more familiar of what we're actually doing.
And if you're not subscribed to this channel already, please subscribe to it. It means a lot to us. Even if you watch this video, it means a lot. Thank you. Please comment down below too. Just get that out of the way. As he plays down his Angelic Wall once again. We all know that card. And 1-drop he has, which equals 1 mana. It's a very good 1-drop. It's a 1/2. And right now I'm thinking if I want to block it, which I do with the Deathrite Shaman. No one dies. Nothing really happens. But yeah, so it was just a smart move. I didn't take any damage. As it's my turn now, I untap with all. As what else do we have on this channel that we can bring?
We can bring a lot of stuff. We can bring, you know, as we go to Friday Night Magic.
Yeah.
For shout out to Two King Gamings, and shout out to David Adams.
David Adams, yep. That's a fun place. We like to go to those occasionally. We go to F&M every week, but those places will alternate between those 2 different locations for Friday Night Magic. As I swing with all, and he'll just block right there. And he'll take, how much?
That's my 0-4 Fender.
Yeah, it's Angelic Wall. He'll take
A great card to have. I mean, it's a 50-cent, 25-cent card. Pick it up. I mean,
yeah.
it's gonna help you a lot.
And it's a cheap mana cost, and it's a common too. And not many people enjoy common walls or stuff.
I use my pacifism there, but you're gonna keep.
Yep, I'll keep it to activate its ability. So I asked him to bring pacifism back on the field. Never be afraid to ask your opponent to bring a pacifism or any card back on the field, as I send out a few quick text messages, as you see, as he describes what pacifism is.
Pacifism is a card that, it's kind of like, you know, I get the card and you cannot, I put it on one of your creatures, and you're not allowed to use it.
Yeah, you can attack or block, but you could still activate its abilities, which...
Exactly, so we'll just put it under there, so we know he can't attack with it.
Yeah. So basically, right now, I play Read the Bones, I think, this turn, which I scry to, which means I just look at the next 2 cards. I have a choice if I want to leave them on top or put them on the bottom, and then I think I decide to put them on the bottom this turn, as I scry to, look at the top 2 cards. It's a Destroy the Planeswalker card, and he has no Planeswalkers in a swamp. I don't really need land, so I put him on the bottom, and I accidentally knock over his library. And then I draw 2 cards. And I'm happy with 2 draws. I get a enchantment and Herald of Torment, and then I have to lose 2 life from that card, which I guess, you know, it stinks, but I guess it's worth it. And then I think I swing in for 4, maybe? Yeah, and his Angelic Wall will die, which is a good cost there to take. Yeah.
It's always good to have those cards that can actually back you up, but and then you want to have those instant cards where you can actually take the cards back from your library or your graveyard rather than, and stick them back into your library.
Yeah, totally. And let's talk a little bit more about our Indiana trip. We'll be going sometime in July to Saltire Games in Indianapolis, and we will be having a ton of fun there.
Meet some new people in there. Probably we'll go to Friday Night Magic there. I know we'll look into there. We'll probably call them ahead, let them know we're coming.
Yep, we'll definitely keep you guys posted there. We'll make a ton of videos and keep you guys posted on our Indianapolis trip in July. So we're just going to hope this channel takes off soon. Forever, you guys, whoever loves Magic, this channel is made for you. Oh, also we'll be doing pack openings, fat pack openings, booster box openings, you know. We'll be doing those a ton. Yeah.
We'll take you guys right along with us every Friday night for Friday Night Magic, where you can have the first-hand experience if you haven't gone or you're looking to go. We'll give you all the key insides. We'll take one to Two King Gamings. We'll take one to David Adams. You'll meet so many people there along with us.
yeah, it's always a ton of fun if you guys enjoy Magic. Make sure you guys watch this as he swings with the Ordeal of Hellroyd, which is probably my favorite Ordeal. And I think he gains 10 life right here. He'll gain his 10 life, I think, one of these turns. But he'll gain 10 life, which is a key card to have in
You
your
have to
deck.
sack the card first.
Yeah, so you sacrifice Ordeal and you gain 10 life, which is a key card to have in your deck. So we have about 5 more minutes left in this commentary of this gameplay. Make sure you guys like this video if you enjoyed our content, and please just remember to subscribe and tell your friends about this, as I have to take a look at that card because it's so good to play.
We do a lot of booster battles. You know, we get a couple booster packs and then we make a deck out of it. So it's all very fun. I mean, we got into Magic a couple months ago.
Yep.
And we just
That's great.
hit the ground running
As they regained his 10 life.
as I sacked the card. Yep.
And we're still learning. We're learning with you guys. If we missed something in our gameplays, please don't be afraid to comment down below about what we missed or something, as that becomes a 4-5, I believe. As I think I played Diabolic Teller this turn, or next turn. And that makes me search my library for a card, and put it in my hand, and then shuffle my library. There's Diabolic Teller. And I'll search it for Liliana of the Dark Realms, which is a Planeswalker, and Planeswalkers are key to your deck. I think I have a couple coming in through mail. I ordered a couple more, so they're going to be helpful in my deck.
As you see that 4-5, it really helps me out in a couple of different ways. I mean, I keep swinging for it, as you're going to see coming up here.
Yeah, and I take a ton of damage from that card. It really kills me here, but I have the Whip of Eros out there, which gives me lifelink, which means every time I attack, I gain how much life my creature's toughness is. So right there, I'll gain 3 life, and you'll lose 3.
Tonight, we'll also make a video on how to build a deck if you're just looking to get in.
Yep.
We'll tell you how many cards you need, what kind of cards you need, what kind of cards you should have in there.
Yep, we'll have a ton of videos for you guys tonight. Just make sure to stay tuned. As I think, yep, the life totals are 17 to 13. I go down a ton of life here because that 4-5 is just killing me, and I have that creature pacifism, and I have no swamps out. So here comes Liliana this turn. I'm getting a little worried now because I'm scared that I'm going to be demolished by that 4-5. So I play a Liliana right now, and I +1 her on a Planeswalker, and that lets me get a swamp from my library, and that just adds up eventually, and you'll see what I do next turn. As it's 17 to 9 right now, I reveal my swamp, I shuffle it up, and then it's his choice if he wants to cut my deck or not. And he decides not to. No, you don't have to every turn.
And if you're going to, as you saw there, if you do not want to shuffle the deck or cut the deck, I should rather say, just tap it to show your partner that you will not be cutting the deck.
He plays another pacifism, which just, right now I'm just dying, really, I'm scared. He swings to 4, puts me down to 5 now. So right now, the game's almost over, I think.
As you see, we're using a unique life counter. We've never used that. Let's see, we have the paper, we have the app on our iPhones, we have the dice. There's many ways you can do this.
Yep. And now I think I call in Master of Cruelties, which if it's not blocked when it attacks, your opponent's life total goes down to 1, which is a absolutely unbelievable card. And yeah, it's so good. I
mean, by some chance, your life could be up to the 40s and 50s, and it could go down to 1 in a turn.
And right now, I -3 Liliana, which gives an opponent's creature -1/-1 for each swamp I control. And I only control 1 swamp, but he's now a 3/4, which can save my life because it's 5 to 17 right now. So right now, he plays a creature, I believe, or an enchantment or something. It's coming up now. He's thinking, and he's thinking.
I mean, I really didn't have anything I could play. I didn't have enough mana. That was if you only see on my board, I have 3 mana, and that's
not enough. As he swings
pretty tough
with a ton here, he swings for 5, which is my exact life total. but I'm thinking here,
And the reason I could be able to swing is because that card had flying and haste.
Yep.
Haste most important, which allows you to attack on when you drop it.
Yeah, so right there I blocked his 3-4 with my 1-4, so I didn't die because I have toughness 4 in here and he dealt 3 damage to me. So right now, I could already tell you where this game is going. Okay, all his creatures are tapped out. I have my Master of Cruelties. I'll swing with that. He has no blockers. So right there, it'll put his life total down to 1. And I will tap 2 and Searing Blood him, which deals 3 damage to him, 2 to him, and that will concede the game to 0. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, and see you guys next time.